Testing 1 2 1 2. Okay,
One
we're
two
rolling.
one two.
Welcome back to another special episode of iTALK. And today is really a special episode of iTALK. But hey, I'm your host, Pretty Boy with a 3 in the building. You already know the vibes. Today in the building, we have a return guest. This is your third time?
Yeah,
this is your
third time, I
third time.
believe, yeah.
Nah, shout out.
Third time.
Welcome back to Promethazine.
Yo,
in the
what it
building.
is.
Yeah, no, bro. What's happening, dog?
Now I'm good, my brother. How are you?
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Oh, awesome.
You don't have to speak too close to the mic. Your mic is very loud.
It's very
It's very loud. It's
I'm
very.
sorry. Hey.
No, you don't have to now do this. Just be chill, bro. Just be chill. Just be chill. It's not that loud here, so you just be chill,
Just
bro.
chill, no.
Be relaxed. Unless if you fidgety and you want something to hold. Unfortunately, I don't have my fidget toys. Austin, no, true story, true
Shit,
story.
that's crazy.
Austin, my brother, he always gives me like some toys, like fidget toys.
Yeah.
So I have like a bunch of fidget toys. There was one that I liked. It was like a cube, right?
Yeah.
Then on one side it had like the suitcase lock, the type of lock that you roll like this.
Yeah, I
that's
see
something like that.
I
On the
see
other
that.
side it had like rolling buttons. On the other side it had a joystick.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, it had something that spun you around and around and around. Like,
Yeah.
it was such a dope toy, bro. And then on the other side, it had buttons that you just click.
That's fire.
Bro, fire. Like, I enjoyed it, bro. Like, when you're doing nothing and you just, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. But either way,
That's
crazy fidget toys, yes.
Yeah.
But, bro, how you been? What's been happening, bro? Neighbor's World, what's happening with
Neighbors
Neighbor's
world. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the neighbors. Shout out to my neighbors world.
Yeah.
Innit? Shout out to my boy Rodio.
Shout out.
Addictive. Shout out to Addictive.
Shout
Shout
out.
out to Yosamai. Shout out to Cass. Shout out to Water. And shout out to me. Yay.
Nah, shout out, bro. Shout out. Hold on. No, it's fine. I realized. Hold on. Let's do this. Yeah, it's fine. Now you can continue
nice.
talking how you were talking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I realized that I had to turn down your volume because, the audio waves make me scared that I'm gonna hear. You know, when the audio is like crazy loud. Yeah, no, bro. But what's been happening, Neighbor's World?
Yeah, neighbors world. So, well, honestly speaking, ever since I moved, like relocated, I think they've been pushing because I've been like, I hear my boys like, yo, their music especially, unique. You know, like I see my boys are pushing, dropping.
Yeah.
One of the home rodeo and addictive, they attended auditions for what is it, Durban Fest, because of the channel all spotted their music video on like Instagram, so they liked it. So it was like, yo, y'all must pull up. So it was like, shit, that's fire, that was so dope, bro. Like, so they actually got an opportunity to go see and make connections, So I was like, that's fire, like my boys.
When did they
actually-
go?
When did they buy it? They buy it, when was it? It was recent, like recent.
Recently.
Yeah, recent things. Like before, it was Durban Fest, right? Recent, 3rd of May.
I have
Oh,
no
Rick
idea,
Ross.
bro.
Rick Ross was there at Durban Fest.
Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember there was a time they said Rick Ross is
It's coming, yes.
When they were saying he's doing that thing of buy one get one free when he's just doing the Usma Mane music
that's
video. and all
that's
that
Mama.
stuff,
Yeah,
those
that's
times.
Saga. That's the
Yeah.
Durban Fest. So it was held on the 3rd of May.
Ooh, okay.
So which it was a Saturday.
So they were there, Rodeo and them.
Yeah, like it was dope. Like
Yeah, no, I
see,
gotta,
was
I
like,
gotta catch up
fire.
with Rodeo. It's been crazy, bro. That's crazy to
Shout
hear.
out to my boy.
Nah, shout out to Rodeo. You know, one thing about Rodeo though, I always see him pushing. He's always pushing, always
I like the
posting.
fact he never gives up. That's what makes
And he's
me-
always
Yeah.
live. Like I see his account because I'm subscribed to his account on YouTube.
Yeah.
I always see him going live, like recently. But it's crazy. Rodeo's movement is crazy. But
Yeah, that's fine.
he's dope. He keeps on pushing for sure.
But yeah, that's
But
fine.
yeah, gotta catch up with Rodeo as well. It's crazy. So otherwise, so that's what's up with Neighbor's World. You say
Neighbors, they pushing, like they
Yeah.
pushing very well.
that's proper. So what about you? What's been happening with the
Me,
music?
let's come to me, guys. Me, moi. Mwah. I'm joking. Yeah. Anyways, so according to me now, I'm like, honestly speaking now, I've been mastering my craft in music.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning. I'm learning so many things in music now, and ever since I'm attending these like shows, and I like business meetings,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah, and things like that. You see, so
Yeah.
it's literally an interesting, thing. So according to me, in terms of music, like I'm making it, but I have a surprise for people, and it's a release. It's like
Yeah.
So yeah, so expected. But let me not even mention it. Let me just say it's a surprise. Yeah, no, from me, because the moment I say expected, it's gonna be now expectations. Now they're gonna raise higher. You see, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna surprise y'all. You just will see like shit. He actually on now. You see,
Yeah.
because music is not about recording like, yo, I want to record. It's like, nah, bro. It's not like music is a connection, bro. It's like a connection from the divine. You bringing your divine source of energy or source of creativity into this realm. Because what we like, maybe let's say you're writing a song. You're writing it. It comes from your own thinking, your own thoughts, your own creativity. Where does it come from? The higher source. You see, so obviously that thought or that intelligence that's guiding you to write whatever you're writing. Yeah, it's not just writing and be like, yo, I wanna rap, and then even the beat, they give you a beat and you're just like, yeah, nah, like you're just doing your own shit. It's like, the fuck, bro. It's not about that. It's about connection.
Excuse
like,
your language. Excuse his language in the
yeah,
first
excuse my
10 minutes
language.
of the
Yeah.
part. But either way, continue.
Excuse my language. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so as I was saying, my brother. So yeah, music it's about a deep connection. We connect. You connect to the music, because if you can't connect, then there's no, I wouldn't say, what are you still doing music for? In fact, in any purpose, if you cannot connect, what are you still doing? Because the main point of you is to connect with whatever you want. Just for instance, your manifestations or your dreams, you have to connect with them before you get them. Where you want to go in life, you have to connect with it now before it gets there. Because honestly speaking, my brother, I've learned one thing, in life. I've learned that the outer realm, what we see outside, it follows us inside. So which means that what's inside us is the one projecting what's outside us. You see, if I tell you, my brother, that me and you, we are one, we are just, if you think there's an individual now, we are all under one, I would say, one consciousness. We are all under one divine source.
What you mean? Break that down.
And I'm about to break it down, because this is interesting.
I don't agree with that for now.
No,
but continue.
I mean, okay, why don't you
Continue.
agree? Why would you?
Okay, I feel like saying we are one, I feel like that's taking it too far. That's a bit extreme.
Okay.
I would say
Okay.
how we live definitely affects one another. We are interconnected as much as like we're very interconnected as a human generation, right? So one person's actions definitely affect the next person. But as to say we are one does not, because we are not one. We do not all think the
We are
same
not-
way.
No, it's
we
not
do
even
not
a
all
matter-
believe
You
the
see,
same things.
that's
so
the-
we are not one in that.
Let me tell you interesting part.
Yeah.
Now you must know that like attracts like. Frequency attracts. It harmonizes with its own frequency. Which
Okay.
means chaos harmonizes with its own chaos. Which means, for instance, if a person is chaotic, he or she is gonna harmonize with people that are more chaotic, because that's his frequency.
Yes.
The energy that the universe, it doesn't listen to what you want.
Okay, but now then in that case, that means, because now you're saying for the one who bad attracts to bad, good attracts to good, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Basically, like traits attract to each other. So, which means we are not one because there's still these two traits. There's still good, there's still bad. So
Okay.
that makes us not one.
But let me tell you and it's something.
Yes.
This thing of good and bad, it's a whole illusion.
Yeah, no, everyone has good and bad in them. That's a whole other topic. I'm just arguing the point of we are one. We are not one. How are we
let me
one?
tell
Yes.
you. Let me tell you. For instance, heat and cold. Heat
Yes.
and cold. What's the difference?
Nothing.
What do you mean? Why would you
They
say
both
that?
benefit you. They both could kill you.
No. Like I'm saying,
There's
you
no
must.
difference.
Okay, I understand that. I understand.
Yeah.
But like, okay, you must understand that everything vibrates. Nothing is
Okay.
at like still. Nothing is there. Everything is vibrating as we're speaking. You vibrating, I'm vibrating. We are vibrating, my brother. Literally, it's a vibration, and
Okay,
everything, every thought. Like for instance, you think about someone, or maybe you think about something, maybe your dream car, for instance, now. And then the more energy, because you must understand thoughts, your brain is a receiver, so it receives. The thoughts are not yours, basically. They just they come as what frequency, they come as what electric waves. You see, that's what they come as. They enter your mind, you start thinking about that thing. The more you pay or you put more energy into one thought, it forms what vibration. You see, it vibrates. Now it's gonna vibrate depending on how much energy you put into one thought. Now let's say for instance you wanna manifest a car, right? I bet you manifest a car. So like they say, all is mine. Now I understand when they say all is mine. Like also that book, Think and Grow Rich. The nigga said think and grow rich. He never said work and grow rich. He just said think and grow rich. That's the main essence of how these billionaires, I would say, they're making it just by tuning in. It's just like bro, I swear we like radios. When you tune in a frequency radio, FM, Chakaranda, Metro, YFM, you just tune in. That's exactly how you tune in with whatever you want in life. Basically, like you just vibrate at that frequency of whatever you want in life. And then trust me.
Jacaranda. Who still listens to Jacaranda FM?
But people, our
Come on, bro.
grandmas,
Come on, bro.
granddads,
Come on, bro.
Jacaranda.
Come on, bro.
But yeah.
For you to use Jacaranda, dog. I was just like, what? I've never heard anyone start with Jacaranda. Crazy, but bro.
I don't even listen to. I was just, I
Yeah.
mean, maybe that's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Yeah.
Unlike Metro, FM. But
Yeah, no, I hear you about vibrations and
Yeah, my
thoughts
brother.
and all that. And I guess you were having different vibrations these days. Seeing you hanging out and dipping in the snow.
What you mean?
Yeah, bro. You never know how much it snows in Joburg until you're out on that night at the right place. Then you become this guy, dabbling in snow. He had both arms full of snow.
I was full of snow.
This nigga, nah.
My
But
brother.
yeah. What's up with that, bro?
Life is a movie.
Yeah, if you're not getting the reference, let me break it to you down in simple terms. This man has pictures that I came across for whatever odd reason. Where did I even see them?
I send you the pics now.
I think on IG. Did you post them on IG?
I'll
No.
post them on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I saw them on Facebook. Yeah.
Facebook.
And yeah, he was with White Hand. So I was shook. I'm like, ain't no way this is this man with these women. And these are the first women I'm actually seeing while he's told me about these women. So now my assumption is, he's a what are those ski men? What are those people called who snowboard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those ski
But yes, bro. So I see you're living a soft life.
Well, honestly, like I said, honestly speaking, my brother, this
Hey, you
snow
got so
bunnies,
excited when I
huh?
spoke about the snow.
Well,
It got
honestly,
you reminiscing.
I mean,
it
yo,
hit you
bro,
with flashbacks.
Yo, my brother, it
Yeah.
was just a movie. Every scene, every
Yeah.
action.
Tell
it
us
was just
about it.
there.
What happened?
Yo. Yo. So I pulled up. Well, it was me, Roxy. Yeah, I pulled up with Roxy. remember that Uber guy said that nigga, I told him like, yo, bro, so yeah, you gotta like pick us up. And then he's like, alright, I'm here by Rivonia Village, I'm not far. I was like, alright, bet. Alright, bro pulls up. Alright, fast forward, we there. It's me and Roxy. So my other boy Dwight, my other boy. Oh, shout out to Dwight, by the way. Shout out Dwight, my brother. Yeah, Dwight. So my other boy Dwight, he pulled up. He was already there. He said he's coming. So I was like, I never thought he would make it, but when I saw him there, I was like, shit. I was like, yeah, you made it.
No, that was for the thumbnail.
Yeah. No, I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
take on for the thumbnail. This guy. This guy, copycat. But either way, yes.
Yeah.
Dwight.
Dwight. Yeah. So Dwight pulled up. So yeah, I mean, for him it was like his first experience, you know, like experiencing, because, you know, my boy is not from here and things like that. See, so it's an experience. It's a nice experience to like go to a place where you're not from. And
But now you are telling us now some philosophical things about, hey man, it's nice to go to a nice place, and we want to hear about the night, man. We want to hear about the night. Continue. Dwight came.
The night is coming.
It's interesting, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We want to find out.
Okay, yeah, we pulled up. It was nice. I pulled up. There was my boys there, Invaders. Shout out to Invaders, you know. Sage, yeah, shout out Sage, 38, shout out 38, you know, my boys, they pulled up. Hey, I was like, alright, it's a movie, so we're doing it. You know, we're doing it. I bet. That's when, like, well, honestly, obviously, I started ordering some, you know, drank, and then yeah, from then we glazed also, you know, it was nice, you know. And then after the drank, that's when, actually it was the playlist they were playing. Jay was also played. Jay was
Shout out
DJ.
Jay.
Shout out Jay. Shout out Jay. So yeah, Jay was DJing. So Jay's playlist was nice because it was like hip hop, you know, like trap shit, like trap, yeah, morphine, you know, like nice songs. Hey, it was nice. Like now you see, like we hyping, like now it's a rush, like yo, now it's like everybody's hyping, like hype it. So Roxy, like, she pulled up with her camera. You see, she came. Alright, bro, she pulled up. Man, unexpectedly, I just I was like, where did that come from? That's a nice sound. I bet. And I was like, it's not actually those white hands, like those. There's others, you know, others that, you know, that are in the mix.
There's more. You say there's more.
Yes, there's more. There's more. Like,
interesting.
You know, it was nice, but it was nice. Yeah, shout out to Roxy also.
I just wanna go get my Dr. Uma knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the next pod, I can you know, attack you about being in snow. Yeah. I just don't have enough.
Speaking of snow, it's winter. My brother, let's make it. It's winter.
My brother, you're alone.
My brother.
You're alone.
My brother.
In my whole life, only one white girl I dated.
For real?
Yeah.
Shit.
And she was scary.
Like what you like on some?
No, she was obsessive. Guys, this is not about me.
Yeah, it ain't now, yeah.
This is not about me. It's about you dipping in snow.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, I was dipping in snow. Yes. Snow, that, you know, that ball, when you make it and then you throw it at the snowman.
Snowball. Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice. It was a nice experience, my brother. Yo.
So now, okay. Now you're living a soft life, no?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Living a soft life.
Must be nice.
But before it became soft, it was hard. That's the real truth. Yeah,
I mean, obviously it had to be hard because if I say now you're living a soft life, and like now, it means back then it was different. Hard. But either way, bro, that's besides the point. The fact that now you can be laughing. Mandela fought for your rights, my guy.
That's fine.
Mandela fought for your rights. You see?
That's fire shit.
So it's nice to see you, out here,
yeah.
just with niggas, bro. Niggas. Hey, niggas.
Yo, guys.
But listen, bro. Especially since you're an artist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You should just be careful. Just be careful, bro. One day, someone will look at you as a bag.
That's true.
And anything will happen. So just be careful. That's all I'll say. Because I believe you can think.
That is true.
You can take the right, responsible decisions.
So I don't
have to go further on that. But just niggas who have stuff to lose, be careful. That's very, very important. And because we don't realize how much your bag relies on allegations.
Have you
before?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have you before? Have you noticed? Okay, this is also about energy. No, have you noticed when maybe you would talk to someone, and then that someone would tell you like their emotions, and then it's like there's some sort of energy transference. It's like now you feeling their emotions and they feel your. It's like it's weird, right? It's like now. Maybe let's say you were happy and they were down, and then now they started expressing themselves like, "Yo, this happened," and then now that energy is like, it's like this exchange. It's like it's crazy, man. It's like crazy. So it's like I've dealt with that so many times, but that's what I'm saying. As you're saying, I must protect myself. I've dealt with that. I've learned to actually not everyone should be in my circle, because such energies. I don't want to be taking people's because it's very deep. At the end of the day, it's deep.
It is.
It's
deep,
very
bro.
deep.
It is deep,
brother.
And but I mean, man. I feel like you should do what you gotta do. As we said, Uguti, your tata, he fought. Plus, you're closer.
Yeah.
It's even your thing. It's even your thing. I don't even have to tell you nothing. How go on, I forgot.
That's crazy.
But no, bro,
That's
shout out,
crazy.
that's dope, bro. But otherwise, networking, how's it been meeting new people?
Honestly speaking, it has been a movie. It's been nice. I wouldn't lie. It's literally been nice. Just meeting many people and networking. Honestly speaking, I feel like my life, I'm destined to network, socialize, connect with people, because I'm that guy. I like to socialize, have fun. It's like some people, they say I have a childlike energy. So it's like I don't.
You don't find that.
Me, I just like positivity. Me, I'm my brother. I swear, most of the time, 98, 99, 100, I'm all of it. I'm.
Are you the
positive.
guy who knows everyone?
Yeah, I'm those guys. Yeah, who knows everyone.
I cannot hang with you, bro.
I
cannot hang with you, bro.
Trust me, my bro. Me.
No, it's people, bro. Unless if we going somewhere in a car or something, walking around, or even in an event, it's crazy, bro. With someone who knows everyone.
Yeah.
Because I'm someone who knows no one. You feel?
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like, well, I don't literally know no one, but you get the gist of what I'm saying.
I get it.
No, when I thought about it, some people take things too literal out there. But either way, yeah. But generally, I don't know a lot of people, but I meet people through people. That's how I generally meet people. You feel? Because I met Thingy, Rodeo. Through you.
Through me. You see? I'm the connect. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of people are connects, bro. In life, you need connects.
Yeah, you need connects. I think
bro.
in life it's not about what. Okay, it is about what, but a portion is about also who you know.
Yeah, no, network. Your network is your net worth. Basically,
your network is your net worth.
Okay, but I'd like to touch on the statement, right? That your network is your net worth, right?
Yeah.
That is true, but that doesn't neglect the fact that you still have to have something to contribute. So you must still have, whether it's a skill wealth or money wealth, you must have something that you can bring. to the
that is
table,
so true.
basically. You feel? Because otherwise your network is not your net worth, because if your network can't get anything from you, they're not gonna network with you, vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's, you still gotta have something. But yes, who you know is very much very, like, it's one of the craziest things ever, because you never know, people are into different stuff, people are doing different things. It's always crazy all the time, but definitely who you know is important. Yeah.
That is so true, my brother.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. I'm looking at the time right now, it's 25. So it means within 5 minutes the thingy will cut. I'll have to stand up. But either way, I'm used to it, man. You know, every episode they've seen me stand up. They know I stand up, man. Sometimes,
so
but
true.
you know what's the nice part? In the studio, right?
Yeah.
When I'm shooting in the studio, the camera is close by and my arms are long. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
So I can just press it, Nje, you feel, without having to stand up. Yeah, sometimes I just have to lean forward and just hack. Then it's on back again. So that's fun. That's fun for sure. But obviously in the older studio, I'd have to stand up, you know. But yeah, no, shout out to the old studio, RIP. You know what's the beautiful part about the old studio though?
Yeah.
The last episode on there was an episode I had with Austin, my brother, right? And that episode was one of the most viewed longer, like with the watch hours. It had more watch hours, and it was for the real, like, for the people who know like a lot about bro, like it's crazy. There's a whole lot, bro, like there's a whole thing, like everyone, bro, it's crazy. Either way, bro. Yeah, this is what happens when I go on tangents, guys. I just lose it. But
it's fire though.
Yes, it is fire, bro. It is fire. You know what's the nice thing about it, bro? I can talk, bro, like for as much as, like, I always have something to talk about. That's the crazy part, you know? And, but yes, speaking of something to talk about all the time, I thought about this, that, hey, one day when you on the pod, you must actually speak about this. But Ibrahim, what's the guy's name? Ibrahim Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré, yes.
Oh,
the
is he a soccer
no,
player?
not a soccer player. Burkina Faso president.
Okay.
Crazy. He's had so many assassination attempts.
For real?
Yeah, on his life. He's changing, bro. What he did there, right? Like, I watched like a young documentary on it. What he did there was he refused a presidential salary, right? Yes. He's military based, so like their force is gonna move militarily, you know. Yeah. So, but even though the thing is different, the people are benefiting. That's the main thing. The people are benefiting. He's cut away all the France. Angiti France was their colonial what country. So he's cut away all ties to France. You feel? That's why they're trying to get him dead, because, you know, any country in the UN has a problem with another country, they're going to try figure out a solution. So true, and they've always been killing African leaders and all that stuff. So it's happening now. So people are actually taking to the streets. People are fighting for him to not get killed, you feel? So, yeah, it's a whole thing going on right now, because it seems they are definitely, the Western powers are definitely trying to suppress him and what he's trying to do for his people, you feel? Because they want to continue benefiting in the country, you see? So, yeah, bro, it's one of the crazier things, bro. It's one of the crazier things. But I just hope he doesn't, because you know what's the problem, ne? Yeah. We've seen things like this. These guys come in as revolutionaries. They fight for the struggle. They help the people get liberation. They do all these things. Then once they're in power and a few years run and they see how much wealth is there, then the corruption starts. Then the dictatorship starts. All over again, you feel? So it's just, but now the thing is, you cannot prove this. You cannot predict it. The only way to tell is through time. True. You feel? You have to let it play out. That's the only way you can tell if this is going to run this way. Because at the end of the day, bro,
that's crazy.
I feel like we should just be wary that people can sell us dreams. No matter how good of a character they've had, or how, we should always take things with a pinch of salt. That should be the general thing. Especially, hold on.
That is crazy, man. That is deep.
Yeah, no, bro.
That is deep.
But yes, we should take things with a pinch of salt because we really don't know what is true, and what because people push for a cause they benefit in. So, yeah, we can never trust people's motives. And even if people have the right motives today, who's to tell that when everything is better, they will still have those,
Yeah, those.
I'm looking for the other camera battery right now
Oh.
in case this one runs out,
Okay.
but I'm not feeling it anywhere. I should have put it in my pocket, but either way, continuing, yes. That's what's happening with the guy, Ibrahim. So shout out to him. I hope they get him to survive and stuff. But it's gonna be a mission. It's gonna be a mission because the problem is Americans and their friends, America and friends, they know how to play these little what games where they'll
These mind games.
games, yes, and
that is true.
where they'll take like let's say JJ National Party is fighting with KK National Party or whatever. Then America and friends will fund KK International Party and give it all the things it needs to conquer JJ International
just
Party.
Like what it did
So,
to Ukraine. It funded Ukraine.
When the news come out, they say what? JJ and KK had a fight. They're not in the picture with all that funding and whatever. And we've clearly seen that these people can get down and dirty, send money under the carpet. They can do all
That
these
is
things.
true.
It's been unsealed. All these things been unsealed of the things that they do. American agencies, CIA.
CIA,
Bro,
FBIs.
it's wild, bro. It's wild. But we should just be careful. We should just be careful as Africans. We should be careful. But as for Traoré,
Yeah, Tory.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be hard for him to survive because, money is a different thing. Money is a different drug. Money is something crazy. Money can get people to kill you. Money can get your own friend to betray you.
Question. I
Yes.
have a real question.
Yeah.
I understand they say money is all that, but before it came, how was life?
No, life then obviously was currency would be whatever you have, like
Barter
your
trade.
cows.
Wouldn't that be
whatever.
nice? Right
But then,
now,
I
in
mean,
this
I feel like
modern-
in this moment, it wouldn't be nice, obviously.
Imagine someone has a Lambo
it wouldn't be
trades
as
for-
convenient, but then it would also have the same value because at the same time, the same way people value money, they would just now put it on the cow. So you'll make sure you protect your cow with all your costs because that's your money, you feel.
True.
So now, if you touch my cow is hurt, you've hurt my money. Now I get to hurt you. So the same thing we do with money, we could literally do with whatever else we make a currency. You feel? So the problem, if we wanted to remove that, we'd have to remove the whole concept of trade. You see? And now that won't work. So it's just being able to manage that love for wealth, because wealth is your security at the end of the day, and humans need security.
Yeah.
So, but it's just being able to understand that there must be a gap between your love for that. You feel? Because there's bigger things in life, and sometimes your season will not come to get it. That means what? That means your life is just over because you don't have money.
basically.
You feel? So you gotta, life sometimes circumstances happen, bro, where you realize that something is not as valuable as you thought it was. Sometimes you almost, I like to use this example. There was a time it was payday,
Yeah.
right? And the night before, I think I had something sweet or something crazy. So my tummy was sore.
Yeah.
Then after work, I'm just like, I can't even get something nice to eat
Yeah.
because my tummy is sore. Then I thought about that. I'm like, hey, you have the money right now to get whatever you wanted to get.
Yeah.
But because your health is not right, you cannot get that. So what's more important between the money and your health,
It's your
realistically? Because
It's your
you
health.
must realize if you can live without one and without the other, then something
That
is
is
you
true,
feel.
yeah.
So that's when I'm like, hey, actually, there's
It's
more.
health.
There's like we'll always find there's something more. Like we
More
we don't
valuable than
what
money.
we exactly. But yeah, no, bro, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, bro. Because when you're dead, it's shy, bro. It's
But
shy.
is it chai like when you did? Maybe I like
No,
I don't know.
it's
I
no,
wouldn't
it's
say
chai.
I believe,
No,
you know.
I believe.
You
there's
believe like
heaven.
it's chai like
No,
completely
no,
chai.
not completely chai. Now it's heaven, obviously.
Mm.
Well, for me, either way. But I don't believe it's chai like that. But I'm speaking in terms of life, right? Because why do we have money for this life? You don't have money, so in the afterlife or
but we
whatever
can't
happens,
even take
you feel.
it
So
along.
I'm speaking of this life we have to enjoy this money.
Yeah.
Once you die, it's chai.
It's chai,
You
yeah.
feel. So it's like also just being, you know what? I feel like if anything, we must die having left an impact in a lot of people's lives, a positive impact. You feel that's the only way we can actually feel like, yeah, you know, we've
That
actually
you've
done
actually, yeah,
something
done-
because we've made a change in someone's life, even if it's a small department, even if it's what, but you've made a change in someone's life. And I feel like if we all go doing like that, it's crazy. Because even the littlest thing, bro, like someone could ask you for 1 rand.
Yeah.
And that could change so many things. That could change them getting the money soon, them catching a taxi on time to go to their mother's
that is true.
hospital. It could mean anything. And we just look at things lightly, you feel. As people, we just brush them off. But we gotta realize as much as our lives are complex, other people's lives are complex. You feel? So it's not just the simple thing of you want 1 rand to go buy this. No, there's a story to how you even came to a point where you had to ask someone for 1 rand. You feel? So we gotta understand there's like a lot of layers. You feel?
Yeah, that
And
is true.
our thing should just be to help people without even finding out further about the layers. Now, here, I want to talk about that, right? When I say help people without finding out about the layers, it means that homeless guy comes up to me, asks me for 10 rand, I've got 10 rand to help him. Whether he goes to buy drugs, whether he goes to buy food, whether he goes to buy what, it's none of my business. I've played my part. Give him the 10 rand. But now here's the problem. If homeless guy comes to me 5 days in a row asking me for 10 rand every single day, that's where the problem is, you feel? Because now it's no longer me helping you, but it's you starting to see
As
a
an
job.
advantage.
You feel you're seeing a job where you get earn now. You earn by just saying, hey, can I have?
can I, yeah.
And that's a wrong mentality to ever give a person.
That is true.
You should like
that is
it's like, you know, a beggar mentality. You know, my boss Julie says she's Chinese, so her English is not really good. But she says, you know, people, you never change if in here you never change. So that's very important. If they never change the mind, bro, they'll never
All
change.
is mine. That's
They'll never change. But either way, bro, crazy homeless man. Shout out to you, homeless man. Yeah, not that I have a specific man, but there's a guy, hey, I was telling my girl the other day about this. There's a guy, he's a security guy. He always asks me for stuff. Like, you know, Julie, my boss, she also said to us that, now I'm referencing her a lot, but she also said to us that if someone is always asking you for stuff, that's not your friend. You feel like your friend is supposed to be give and take, right?
and take, that
You're
is
supposed to help, they help,
And,
help,
yeah.
they help. If your friend is always asking you for stuff, that's not your friend. You feel? That's what she said. So, which is very true.
Yeah.
Very
it
true.
is,
So-
yeah.
The guy, he always asks me for stuff, like whatever it is. Like it could be something random. He would ask me, "Do you have cash? Can I borrow cash? Can you get me a phone? Like I lost my."
Shit, that's crazy.
Bro, the other time he was like, "Can you deposit for me?" Bro, it's one of the craziest part. You know what I'm thinking right now? The craziest part would be if the guy watches the part.
Yeah, Shem.
He's
The
gonna
guy,
know exactly that I'm talking about him.
Yeah, the guy. What you doing? You must also know.
Nah, my guy, chill.
You must
like,
also
no,
know.
bro. Like, you cannot always be begging. Julie says, oh, shout out to Julie.
Shout out,
like,
Julie.
This is the third time I'm mentioning Julie. But she says you can't be beggar.
Yeah.
You can't be beggar. You can't be beggar. You cannot be beggar, especially if you work, bro. Like, if you work, you have means, you feel, and your mismanagement of your means should not be to someone's detriment.
That
You
is
know,
so
should not be someone else's responsibility but yours. But either way, yeah, it's not like I refuse to help the guy, you know, but it's just, bro, you cannot, like, and mind you, this is a security that I pass by. You feel, so I'm always just passing by. It's not just me like a security in the, no, I pass by. I pass by, bro. I pass by. Like,
Yo,
bro,
that's
like, I'm
crazy.
always just passing there. But either way, that's his
Like
story.
you see that, yeah, this one.
Bro, sometimes I just feel like maybe it's his strategy to try to talk. You know, I don't know, but like,
But not like that.
not like that, bro. I don't know. Sometimes, but why with me? I don't feel like I don't give off
also.
conversation vibes, bro. When I'm walking, dog, I have my headsets. I'm just, marching.
and then run.
bro, like. But either way, bro, I don't know. I don't understand. But he's always asking for stuff. You know what I should do, right? I should ask other people who pass there if they've been asked for stuff. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I should
actually,
investigate that. Yeah,
that's
and
gonna
we'll
be
get to the
equal.
root of it, right? And then finding out if he asks everyone else.
Or is it just specific?
Exactly, bro. We're cracking this. We're cracking this. We're
like
cracking,
mind
bro.
games.
Yeah.
Yo, I.
Yeah, no, bro. But
Damn,
crazy.
security. How can you do that?
Yeah,
But
bro. Shout out to ATT. They have the
Ah,
person.
it's even eight. Ah.
No, but no,
That's
shout
crazy.
out to ATC. No, but otherwise he's a cool bro. I'd assume.
Yeah.
I don't know him like that. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't. Either way, guys. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Hi,
man.
shout out to.
shout out. Hey, shout out to the security.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Anyways, like, so this year everything is just going crazy, bro. Like, you know, everything
Yeah.
how it's evolving, bro.
Bro.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
2025.
Are you tapping into the okay free brick baby? Free brick baby. Yeah, shout out to Brick Baby. He's
Brick
currently
Baby, shout out.
locked up in the feds. He's from No Jumper.
For real.
Yeah. Either way, separate, but that's another Fed case happening.
Sure.
Lil Durk.
Oh.
Seen the Lil Durk case?
Wait, Durk is also behind bars.
Yeah, bro's trying to get out, but
Damn.
they've got too much on him. The feds, like, they pushing for him to get locked, like pushing hardcore. You feel? So hold on, let me hold on.
Okay.
I just wanna tune the camera
Okay.
because I'm thinking of the brightness that it actually wouldn't be. Nah, it's chill. It's chilled. Why am I tripping? Why am I tripping?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, but either way. Yes. Oh, my juice. So yes, Lil Durk is currently trying to get out. Yeah, they're not letting him become a free man. That's
Durk.
That's crazy, bro. And then Diddy, they doing the trial. The what you call?
Even now, that nigga's still alive. Yo,
Yeah, bro.
It's
It's but he might get Epstein, hey. Depending, he might get killed. Depending if there's
I don't
actually,
think so.
No, if there's high case people
If there's high people
involved there, then
he won't.
he will.
How?
They're gonna kill him, bro.
Okay, but you know,
They're gonna say he committed suicide in jail. There's always ways, bro, to get him killed.
Conspiracy.
Exactly. But
it's either he messed up like in the higher ups, for someone to be like, you know what, I'm fed up with this guy. Let's expose everything he does, and then, yo, that's massive.
I mean, yeah,
That's
but
massive.
we're gonna hear with the trial and see what happens. But honestly, I like how though, you know what? When I look at the situation, man,
Yeah.
ne, I
And every
see,
artist is involved. It's also
bro,
it's massive.
it's crazy, bro.
It's also massive, yeah.
There's just a lot happening, but South Africa could use a federal government, a government that will say, we don't care how rich you are, we don't care if you are Puff Daddy, we don't care if you are
Yeah, whoever you
Drake, we don't care if you are, you could be a big name, we don't care how much money you have.
are. Yeah.
But when you've committed a crime and we prosecute you, you're going to get locked up. Your money is not going to save you. We need that type of
Yeah,
system,
that is
bro.
so true.
We need that type. NPA, National Prosecuting Authority, Yala Mzansi, is trash, bro. Them guys get bribed all the time, allegedly. Then, you know,
They see millions, they be like,
bro,
I'm
there's-
thinking.
bro, there's always, and now you cannot prosecute fairly someone with an empty pocket. You feel? That's the problem.
But the
But now-
question is, if they also get bribed, aren't they getting like enough, maybe like salaries? Like,
You never
know.
get enough, bro. That's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is not the bribe, right? The problem is the greed. You feel? That's the problem. So
That's deep.
the problem is that even no matter how many times we try to curb corruption, we try to do this, implement this, if man does not change his heart about greed, nothing will change. Nothing will change. If man, I'm going to use an example we just said right now. If man does not say, I will reject my presidential salary
Yeah.
because I'm doing this for the people, if man does not say that, it's chai, bro. Corruption will always find a way to always operate, always run,
That's
always
big,
happen.
yo. For
You
someone
feel?
to say, I'm leaving the money, the millions, just for the people. That's dope. Anyway, yo.
Bro, that's a huge
That's
sign
legacy,
of actually doing something for the people genuinely and wanting to genuinely help the
Help the
people, you know.
yeah.
And the sad part is that, like, I really pray that it doesn't get killed, you know. And in the 21st century, the thing is, the problem is, right, social media has given us this perception that sometimes it can be powerful, right? Because we've been able to cancel Martin, the racist at Target, swearing at the black lady, we feel like social media has this whole power. But if the Western powers get Ibrahim assassinated, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it?
But these Western, this this Western power, I feel like all they have, or all that they feel like they have power, is just Rex. That dollar sign is just, it's talking for them.
It is talking for them, for sure.
But-
for sure.
When it comes to like Russia, like Putin, Putin doesn't give zero Fs.
I mean, okay, with Russia is a different case because currently Russia is going that Ukrainian war.
Yeah, that
so they are
Ukrainian.
really not the same like that. And I mean,
Putin is in charge.
no,
you
bro,
know.
Putin.
Vladimir, shout out to Vladimir.
Putin. Listen, bro, listen. Serious note. Putin right now is getting North Korean soldiers. They're buying North Korean soldiers to fight the war. You feel?
Damn,
with Ukraine. They're getting them fake citizenships, allegedly, and getting them in the war, right? So now there's a whole thing of, obviously we know Russia, North Korea, and China will always have that sort of thing,
Yeah,
friendly.
that is true, yeah.
And will not want each other to suffer because then it's
It's like they're
I
all
mean,
one.
yeah, like they all in the same area. So if
True.
one gets conquered, now that's
The
another.
other one is gonna
That's
get
an
conquered.
enemy, yeah, in our territory. We cannot have that. So they have to support each other. You feel? So for the fact that he's doing that because he's not trying to get more Russians killed simply shows Uguti he's gotten enough Russians killed to a point where he sees Uguti, now it's bad, bro. Like, we gotta outsource, we gotta get bodies from other countries now. Like, it can't be Russian people dying like this. Now we know who has absolutely no value for their people, if not the Kim family. Like, the Kim family has absolutely no value for their people. If there's one authoritarian rulership that does not care about their people, zero zilch, or as my other boss chair could do it. Doesn't care absolutely about it. But so but with Russia, for the fact that Russia has nuclears.
Russia, when it comes to
no, bro.
like
You
military,
know what? No.
It's armed.
Russia. No, military is North Korea, bro. North Korea has one of the strongest militaries.
Like nuclear,
in terms of nuclear.
Yes,
in terms of nuclear. We're speaking of nuclear warfare. And that's the reason why North Korea has sanctions on it today. Is because they have this whole routine of we're going to take away the nuclears, and they don't. You feel they just keep on adding to them. So the world is just like, no, we're not going to trade with you. We're going to sanction you. Your country's not going to make money. But then that kind of works to them. They kind of chill with it because they have this whole idea of self-reliance. So they feel like they should be reliant on themselves completely. So either way, it does them no difference. But that's crazy. The people suffering there, it's crazy. But what happens is, right, they play these games, and it was a recent one they played North Korea. North Korea is such evil people. But basically what had happened was there was a guy. Have you ever heard of a story of Otto Warmbier?
No.
Okay. So Otto Warmbier, I think he was like a student, whatever, he's like 22 or something.
Yeah.
He decides to travel, whatever.
Yeah.
Before he goes to do business or something like that. Then he decides, what? I'm going to go to North Korea. I think he went with a couple of his friends or colleagues, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So they went there New Year's Eve, they partying, whatever. Then everything goes well. I think the next day, if not 2 days after, whatever, they start leaving the country.
Yeah.
They're at the airport. At the airport, 2 North Korean soldiers approach them. They tap the guy, Otto Warmbier. They tap him. Then they pull him aside. The other guys take off with the plane, wherever it was landing, America or United Kingdom, wherever it was going. They take off with the plane. They leave him in North Korea. I think they said like 2 months later or so. Hold on.
No, it's okay.
Before I continue, I genuinely have to find the battery.
The battery. Okay.
Yeah, you can talk to the people.
Yeah, people, what's up? What's your favorite? What can I say, man? And this is your boy Promethazine. Catch your boy live Promethazine on the 28th of June. Yeah. At Tycoon. So yeah, we'll be at Tycoon on the 28th of June. Do catch us live performing. You see, so yeah, do come, and it's gonna be a marvelous experience, a marvelous.
All right. Okay. So I was telling you, Otto Warmbier.
Yeah.
How far was I?
Otto Warmbier, you say, hey, Otto Warmbier, where were you? You said
New Year's Eve. Okay, yes, at the airport.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they had a New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
They went out to a New Year's Eve party,
Yeah.
went back to their hotel. Then I think a couple of days later, they leave the country. On their way to leaving the country, they waiting there to check in. 2 soldiers, however many soldiers come, they tap
help,
Otto.
yeah.
They're like, let's go, Mr. Otto Warmbier. They take him. He doesn't fight, obviously, whatever. They go. The other people he came with, they leave the country.
Oh.
Now he's left in North Korea.
Why are they leaving him though? Why aren't they fighting
I mean,
for him?
I mean, it didn't seem like a whole thing. And how are they gonna fight, bro, in a whole different country? It's like he's gonna lock them all up. He's gonna, like, I understand why they just kept their peace. But either way, so what happened was, I think 2 months later,
Yeah.
the North Korean government is like this trial
Yeah.
of Otto. So what they're saying is he tried to take off a statue or like a poster of Kim Jong-un's face or something.
Kim Jong, yeah.
So now for the fact that it was Kim Jong-un or whoever
Yeah.
on that poster, it probably Kim Il-sung, I'm not too sure which Kim it was, but
Yeah.
one of the Kims, definitely not Kardashian. But yes, so he tried to take the thingy. They have this blurry footage and they made him do like a red confession. He was literally reading a confession saying, I'm sorry, I wasn't meant to do this. Bro, like, hold on. If I can find that video. But they literally legit made him do like a confession. Like, it was a whole thing. Hold on. Let me just find that specific clip. Otto Warmbier trial. Let's see. Let's see this. There.
North Korea.
After I planned in detail to accomplish my plan, I arrived in Pyongyang on December 29th, 2015, through Beijing. On the
You see he's
Friday morning
reading.
of January 1st,
I say even how
2016,
he holding the
I
paper.
committed my crime of taking out the important political slogan from the staff-only area of the Yangon
Yeah, during
International
press
Hotel,
conference.
harming
So hold on. So you can clearly see this was written,
Yeah.
right? This was a written confession. What I believe happened was that he was obviously beaten for now, and obviously was threatened to be killed, probably threatened with torture as well if he doesn't read the statement. He's already locked up in North Korea. What is America gonna do to save him right now if he doesn't read the statement, right? He decides, okay, cool. He reads the statement, he does this. I don't know how long they had a back and forth, but when he came back, so they were using him as a negotiation tool to negotiate with America.
America,
So he
yeah.
became like a token, you know, and America were lying to his parents saying, no, he's going to come back okay. He's going to come back okay. Don't worry, he's safe, he's okay. Literally, the government were lying to the family. And then when he came back, bro, I think they said he lived for 2 weeks, then he died. Because he came back in like a cabbage, like he was brain dead. So there was no signs of physical torture like that, but people have
Wait,
different
what do you
theories of
mean?
what could have
Like-
happened. But he was tortured, right? He was tortured. He was, even the way he was looking was just crazy. His teeth, they say
Oh.
they were rearranged. And then he had like a thing here. So some people believe that it would be he was probably waterboarded. That's what led to the brain damage. Waterboarding is when they put like a cloth and pour water.
and pour
Yeah.
water.
So they believe, because if you waterboard someone for long enough, they can get brain damage. So yeah, some people speculate it's that. Other people speculate it could be something else. But yeah, he was practically dead by the time he came back. And that's just sad to see what North Korea could do just to send a proof
Threats,
of point and
that
use it.
we are
bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Not only did they probably get whatever they wanted to get, obviously to approve the deal, but they send a deal. It's like me and you, we fight this time. I'm like, I need money. You like, I need this chicken, man. I need money. Finally, you give me the money. Then I give you a chicken, but it's half dead. So it's literally like almost there. Like, and you wanted a live chicken. So it's kind of like that. It's like, hey man, not to compare obviously Otto Warmbier to a chicken, because I feel like it's scary because someone else said they probably were beating him up because he didn't know how to speak their language as well. You know, because bro, it's crazy. Because also, North Koreans don't know English. Most of them. You know, because that dictatorship doesn't want them to see what's outside. You know, they're trying to trap them. Because once they realize how beautiful the rest of the world lives and how lavish lives are lived, they're going to realize that they've been sold a lie their whole lives. You know? And North Korea is basically a large prison. That's what it is. Like, it's like a huge, huge prison. You know? It traps the people in. Literally, like, bro, like people get trafficked trying to escape North Korea because they're only okay. So the
and North Korea is ruthless, huh?
Bro, North Korea is ruthless, bro.
These folks
Bro,
are on some other level,
bro. It's
man.
crazy, bro. That's why I said they have zero, like zero, bro. Like it's crazy, bro. But
Yo.
yes, so you can either escape through South Korea. Now, South Korea has what they call a DMZ, a demilitarized zone. But that word, they just went the opposite. It's a militarized zone. Yeah, it's supposed to be a demilitarized zone. But it's actually a heavily militarized zone because it's the border, and they say it's like a land, like a couple kilometers of land that separates North and South Korea. Like, what do they call it? Like a little, like, thing, like it's like a space, open space, so that they can not,
Divide,
yeah, so whatever zone whose border they get to control type of thing. So you can run past there, but that's even more deadly because there's more North Korean soldiers there. I mean, it's right on the border. Then there's the other ways through Russia or through China. Now the problem is Russia and China has a deal with North Korea that North Korean defectors, if found in China or Russia, will get deported back to North Korea. Now the problem is, if you are a defector from North Korea or you try to attempt that, then the treatment for you is different. You feel? Now you are looked at as part of the enemies because you try to escape, you try to run away. You feel? So it becomes different. They send you to like labor camp. That's why they sent Otto Warmbier to a labor camp. He was sentenced to like 15 years or something, I think, in a labor camp. 12 years? I'm not too sure, but some crazy amount for just allegedly pulling that. Even he might have not. He might have not pulled it, bro. He might have not, because the footage is so blurry. You can't even tell if you just see a figure, Jay, just a black thing taking the thing off. So he might have been framed the whole time, but because he had to read that statement, they put it on him. Either way.
That is true.
So
that is deep, bro.
They send them to these camps, and some people get trafficked. There was a woman who was a North Korean defector. She was telling a story about how basically she had a dad. I think the dad was dying, so the dad told her to take the brother and run away. So she takes the brother. They cross the border, right, to China successfully. They get shot at, but they survive. As soon as they enter there, they run to a house. They enter this Chinese man's house. Chinese man makes them food, keeps them nice, whatever.
Wow, that's nice.
Next morning, he says that she's going to have to marry him, right? If she wants to.
Or if she wants to stay.
No. They had to move first. After the night, they said because Chinese officials will be looking, they had gunshots, we have to move. So he moves them to another location. Then he says, Uguti, no, you know what? You're going to have to marry me in order for you to remain in the country. Now, for her little brother, she had no use. So he sent him back to North Korea.
Ah,
He called the Chinese officials on him. Because also they say it's a lucrative thing. Some Chinese people don't have jobs, right? They just wait there by the border. So when they catch people who escape North Korea, they can call the cops because they'll get money. Like they say it's a lot of money you get paid to send people back to North Korea. You feel? So what happens is the brother gets sent back to North Korea. She gets sent to like a farm where she has to do labor, whatever. And then she falls pregnant.
yeah.
She has a kid. Then I don't know what happened to the father's kid. He wasn't mentioned or whatever. So then the Chinese police come and find her. They take her away from her son, who's now in China. And they deport her back to North Korea, bro.
Also,
Back to North Korea, bro.
Oh.
So now, after a while, when she's there in the labor camp, now she's in North Korea. She thinks I have to live here again, but this time she uses they call it I think, what do they call it? They have a word for it, but it's like a connect man, a guy who gets them across. But now these guys, when they get you across, they'll use you to be slave. Like the Chinese man,
yeah.
basically. Like you'll just be working like
for that, yeah.
exactly. Sometimes it's like probably sex slaves as well. You never know how far they go with these things. But there's just always that risk, you feel. So then something, I think her leg started to rot, right, in the labor camp. So they sent her to like this orphanage home type of thing, like a old age home, like a hospice, whatever type of thing. So when she's there, because they thought she was going to die soon. So when she's there, she comes up with this plot really to run. So when she runs, it's her, the connect man. There's another woman on there who's like an older woman, and there's an older man, like a older Chinese, North Korean man. So it's the four of them. So they cross the border, what they get across, then they catch a taxi. You see, now when they catch a taxi, it's a Chinese man in there. Now the problem is, only she can speak
that language.
Chinese, Mandarin. You feel? The other ones can't. You feel? And now remember, she already knows Uchi, the guy she's with, the one who's getting them to cross, is gonna sell her to slavery. Either way.
True.
So she already knows Uchi, like
She's
it's not gonna it's not gonna go good for her either way. But even though she's experienced that, she's like, it's way better than North Korea at this point. I'm definitely going there. So then she continues speaking to this
dude.
Yeah, to the taxi driver in Chinese. Now he asked, why are you the only one speaking to me in Chinese? What's up with the other ones? Now then she had to lie. She said the two men were
ill, maybe
we're from another place. She said we're from like another place, so they couldn't speak the language. And then she said the other woman was her sister, but she was deaf, so she couldn't speak. Yeah. So then when they get to the place, now it's the four of them. The taxi driver is gone. Now the next day the man is gone. Now it's just her. No, the lady's gone.
Yeah.
I think the lady's gone. And then it's just her and the man left. And then the connect guy, so then the night before, she asked for a phone call with her son, because now she's back in China, you feel? Okay. And the son was living with the grandmother, you see? Okay. So then she tried to call, he's like, nah. The second day she called, he heard the phone call, he probably got emotional himself hearing them speak. And then he said to her, you know what? I'm not going to sell you into slavery. I'm going to let you go and let you go live with your son.
Yo, that's fine.
You feel? Because yesterday, when you spoke to that taxi Chinese man, if he had caught on to what they were doing, they would have all been deported back to North Korea. So even the connect man wouldn't be able to see his two sons, he said. You feel? So basically she saved his life, and knowing he was about to sell it to slavery. Think of that. And then he's like, since you saved my life, I'm gonna save yours. Then she went back, she lived. Then I think they moved to like Hong Kong Then they met the UN people. Then they ended up moving them to like the UK or something. Then yeah, they lived okay. But that was a crazy story, bro. That was a crazy story, and it makes you imagine, bro. You're willing to get sold to slavery instead of staying in North Korea. How bad is North Korea,
bro? How bad is North Korea?
Bro, like it's just
that's deep, yeah.
very
That
deep,
makes
bro.
me kind of
Like,
think like how bad is
bro,
North Korea
you
for
just
a
like-
hand
bro,
to actually think like
bro,
that,
you just like it's fine. Even if I die, even if whatever happens to me, as long as I'm not here. Like, you know, and the fact that they
Are they
push,
torturing hands there?
bro. Everyone gets tortured, bro. They have no
everyone
human
gets tortured.
women rights. Even that side, it's not
It's
a thing,
not.
eh? It's not the fact that human rights are not a thing, bro. If you're not gonna
No, it
treat
makes
a
sense.
human simply for the fact that they're human, right? What are women rights? What are LGBTQ rights?
those rights.
What are all these other rights we have, bro? Like if you bro, like,
So how do they like their civilization? How like their laws? How is it? Is it on some? I don't like.
no,
I mean,
whatever Kim says goes. Kim Jong Un is the ultimate dictator. So
just
whatever
like us,
he
whatever
says.
Ramaphosa calls.
No. South Africans don't play like that, bro. Whatever Ramaphosa says does
They
not
don't give
go
a-
trust, bro. For the fact that we can be able to protest, bro.
That's fire.
you
That's
know,
fire.
you know what? Ne? This right now
Yeah.
would have gotten us killed a long time ago. Because for the fact that we just said this right now, that would be going against the regime, right? If Ramaphosa was the totalitarian
Yeah, that name.
dictator, it would be going up against the Ramaphosa regime. And if this had to hit the internet, the regime is going to see us persecuting it. We did. It's chai, right? Even for the simple fact that we're shooting this in a place where there's people. If anyone decides that, I just had this, I'm telling the cops, we did. No questions asked.
Their laws are
You
on some
understand?
other level,
Bro, it's crazy, bro. For the fact that,
but it
Yeah.
makes me understand why this Han also be like,
She's like, bro, it makes everyone is trying to run away from North Korea, bro. There's a hotline trying to help North Koreans get
Yeah,
out through
get
the Russian war. Remember I told you Russia was getting...
So when North Korea wants to violate,
yeah, bro. No North Korean wants to be there, bro.
but the economy is it nice? It's not.
Trashy economy,
is
bro.
it- is
The
it-
nigga went and removed vegetation and put what is this
Nigga, remove
Industri-
vegetation.
yeah, for industrialization. Yeah. But
North.
yeah, bro, North Korea is crazy, bro. And for the fact that they choose to show us whatever they want us to see, you feel that's what
They want
gave
us
them.
to see the beauty side of the
They,
North.
bro, like North Korea,
that
you won't
makes
find
sense.
much about North Korea, bro.
Makes
Like you won't find your people
Wait,
just
the Tokyo Drift, is it in North Korea?
no,
It's
no,
not Tokyo.
no.
It's in Japan.
Bro, what is in North Korea, bro? There's nothing happening in North Korea, bro.
Yeah, that is true.
There's nothing happening, bro. Like it's not safe, bro. It's not. It's scary. You know, the crazy part is, I feel like even just me speaking about this,
Yeah.
I can never go to North Korea ever again. You know that? No, for the simple fact that
And this might be on. Yeah.
Otto Warmbier,
Yeah. That was Otto Warmbier.
the guy who got tortured. No, not the lady for
Yeah,
the
that
brother.
nigga. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that guy.
Yeah. Otto Warmbier. We saw what happened to him, bro. So now, why would I put myself in a situation whereby, imagine I go to North Korea, one of Kim Jong Un's people watches YouTube, and he sees like,
That's
this is the guy. Or not even. What if their facial recognition is so crazy that the AI looks at your face and scans everything you've done on the internet?
Yo.
Remember,
Yo, that's good.
Russia China, North Korea.
Yeah.
They will make sure Gucci no other one fails, because what's going to happen is South Africa and Zimbabwe. When you let your neighboring country fail, it becomes your problem, right? So you cannot let that happen. China, technologically advanced.
Yeah, that is true.
Their AIs go crazy.
Yeah, that is
So who's to say we don't know what's happening in North Korea? That's another thing, you know? What we hear is bits and pieces from people who come out. What we hear and consider truth is bits and pieces from the real sources, but not the government media or whatever. So who's to say how advanced their AI systems are, that side, that maybe if they can, maybe the AI can scan you, see what content you have on the internet, and decipher what content of that relates to Kim Jong-un or the Korean family. All they can do is program the AI to be able to find keywords like North Korea, like Kim Jong-un, like anything that could be related to them, even the pictures, put pictures of them, whatever, and it scans your face, it checks all your social media, and if it detects any post
related to King Jong,
exactly, to any of the keywords of the picture, it shows them the post. Then maybe they can actually like go deeper into it and see what you are saying. Maybe it'll just give them the benefit of the doubt.
Not a doubt.
But that is scary because
we ain't going to North Korea.
Bro, we ain't going to North Korea, bro. Like, never, bro.
If they heartless like
bro,
that,
even
bro.
China, I'm scared to go to China, bro. Like,
how heartless can they be,
bro? North Korea, no, bro. North Korea is heartless, bro. North Korea, it's, bro.
Bro, you see, if that, who's that guy's name?
Otto Warmbier.
I swear, if Otto had to speak that, maybe if he had to speak,
let me look
bro.
for a picture of him after that. At least you saw the video, right?
I see if he had to speak after like what happened, bro, he would be traumatized even till today.
Bro, like the thing is, they got him to a point where he couldn't even tell us what happened. That's how crazy the torture was, bro. Like,
what must you do? What must you do for you not to speak like that, bro? Huh? Bro, and like, at the time, it's not blood.
It's crazy torture, bro.
No blood, nothing.
It's crazy torture. I'm just trying to find.
Nah, North Korea is wild.
This was him when he came back, bro. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yo.
A different man, bro. A different man, bro. A different man.
Yeah, they made sure.
Bro, just imagine what he went through, bro. Just imagine what he went through.
I think it's electric wires, trust me. I think it's that choking thing, like, when they, and then that.
It could be.
It could be, because it's volts and it carries electric. And maybe that volt was on another massive level. Trust me, my bro.
Nah, but then I feel like it could be, but it can't be because
at the
of
same
the
time,
heart. You'd have a heart attack. The fact that his heart was still pumping
now.
It's just.
I think they did it, but they didn't do it too much. Maybe they and then
whatever methods they used, they turned him to that. He was literally eating through a tube.
Yo, dog, this nigga was bruised up like this. Bro, I'm not going to North Korea,
bro.
I was thinking of the snow, but
no, bro. Like,
the North Korean ones.
But South Korea is the place to be. You know the nice thing about South Korea, when North Korean defectors run to South Korea, they get citizenship.
Nice.
So they definitely trying to get the North Koreans to come, because it's also their people. It's their people. So it's true. Like if half of South Africa was just split and the other side got ran by a dictatorship, the other side is still.
But South Africa is nice, ne?
Bro, South Africa is smooth, bro. When you hear about other countries,
bro,
we
just finesse things, bro. We just wild. Like you just get niggas just so wild. They're like, South Africa.
Bro, South Africa is smooth,
bro.
South Africa is soft, nice. Bro.
Nah, that is
South
true.
Africa,
but imagine if we had to live according to that, like Kim Jong, like that dictatorship. We smashed, bro.
Yeah, no, bro. It's crazy, but I feel like I would try to escape. You know,
Me too, my
I would
brother.
try
We're
to
going.
escape. Bro. Like, yeah, bro. Like, if we die, we die, man. I mean, yeah, bro. If we die, we die. But
that is
the other
true.
thing is, think about it. The difference between me and Kim Jong
King Jim.
in North Korea is that I was born in SA and he was born in North Korea. You feel? So it could have easily been me.
But for him, it's easy because I mean,
that's all he knows. Kind of, you're saying like that's all he knows. He doesn't know. I feel like that's another thing. Like sometimes we look at it from a Western perspective of all we've seen. We have the internet, we have this, we have that.
That is
Sometimes
true.
these people are not exposed to that. Sometimes they just, you know, even though they know out there could be something better, but they don't actually pursue it more because it's like, it's kind of a blurry dream that you're not really sure if it really exists like that.
Yeah.
And if it's, you know, doable like that or what. But yeah, no, bro, it's
But bro, honestly speaking, amongst those three, North, China,
Russia,
I would say China for me. Yo,
bro,
China in terms of everything,
No,
how
bro,
it moves, bro.
China is gonna become the next, like it's competing with America right now.
Yeah.
In terms of the status.
Yeah, the
It's-
status also. Have you heard they're building the most largest bridge, bro? Like the bridge so high, yo.
Nah, but
I was
it's-
like China.
I hope Chinese people can teach Ramaphosa to get projects done because they clearly have a thing for getting projects done.
Yeah,
and
Chinese,
we clearly
no.
don't. Yeah,
that is
but
true. Also
either-
Dubai, how it advanced, like it's
Dubai.
from what it was like from back in the days. It was just nothing, bro.
Dubai did advance, but I just want to research on the slums of Dubai because all we ever been sold is this rich life.
This
Dubai,
wealth. Yeah, that is so
but
true.
every country has its Khayelitsha, Cape Town.
That is so true.
Sentin, Alex. Every
that
literally
is so
every
true.
place has
All
its
just
flip
like, yeah,
side,
just-
you
yeah,
feel?
that is
so
facts, that
where
is
is the
facts.
Dubai flip side and how crazy is that? You know, I just want to
And they never got exposed. Yeah, that is so true. I've also never heard of
like the
that flip
slums
side.
of
Yeah,
Dubai.
of like the real side.
yeah.
And probably there must be a real side.
Yeah, there must be, but I think some people were saying they live in the tunnels under the thing because it's so hot. I'm not sure what the thing was, but I don't know, bro. But they definitely must.
If you had
be
to
in the-
travel, where would you go?
Ooh, travel for what? To live there or just to visit?
Travel for everything. Live it, visit, vacate, everything.
Ooh,
Breathe it.
ooh, okay. I would choose an island place like I like beachfront. I like,
beachfront vibes.
Yeah, something you know that I could chill and just,
Just
be
watch.
vibey, you know, yeah.
That is so
and then
nice.
I'd also, in the same instance, I don't want something like Australia where I'll come across a python. Now I have to run
An
from
alligator.
spiders. No.
Ew,
Or Florida. No, bro. I don't want some sort of
Some
place
of the
like
biggest
that, bro.
crocodile.
You
I don't know
you
where
feel-
it comes
that's
from.
the problem. That's the problem though with these tropical places.
Yeah, that's
it's like
so
they just
true.
have these weird creatures,
Yeah.
animals. You feel
At night
And
especially.
us, bro. I feel like being programmed as a South African, I cannot just be
Yeah, just
living with animals like a white person like that. You know,
that is
just,
so true.
Oh, a cobra.
Or a lion.
Oh, just watch out for the cobra. No, bro. I don't
At
want
that time,
that.
it's venomous. Like,
No,
yo,
like,
bro.
no. Or we're calling the snake guy to fetch the cobra. No. If I had to live in that type of place, I have a gun for sure.
Yeah, it's true.
To make sure, bro, whatever I see, I
yeah.
kill. But I do not want to
Ah,
live
that
in
is
such
true.
a place. Just something chilled, bro. Even if I don't leave the country, honestly, you know?
Yeah.
Even if I don't leave the country, I just go join the white population living wherever in the hills or whatever. But
Yeah, the hills is nice, fella. Yeah.
but realistically, bro, I feel like if anything, I wouldn't want to be landlocked to one specific place because I feel like
Do you
I
like
love
forest?
is-
Do you like a place? Maybe there's a forest, maybe like a house.
I do in different times.
Okay.
You feel different times I like different things. If like in winter.
Yeah.
In winter, I'd want like a cabin vibe. I'd like
Okay,
that sort of
oh
cabin
yeah,
vibe,
Kevin,
you know.
yeah.
Just
Oh,
be
that's
chilling,
fire.
cozy, you feel? That
Yeah,
type
and
of
it is
vibe, you
nice.
feel? It's very nice, you feel?
Yeah, that's fire.
So I would like that. So if, yeah, bro, like realistically, I'd have to get multiple places in the same country, right? So that when the seasons change and I want a different place, it can still be in the. Because look, now imagine I want a cabin,
Yeah.
right? But my cabin is in another country.
Yeah.
Now, by the time it's winter this side and I go to my cabin, they still on summer. So I don't want that
The
type
time
of thing
zones
because now I
also.
won't enjoy my cabin. Why
yeah.
did this turn off?
And at that time, it's hot. At the cabin.
Bro, in the cabin, bro.
It's way hard, bro. Literally.
You feel so. I'm not trying to have that. I'm just trying to have relaxed vibe. But yes, what's the time, bro?
It's
It's
5.
okay. It's 5. Okay. No, we've been talking so much.
Which is nice, giving audience, an ear to listen, and engage. Because I know comments after here, they're going to drop in like bars, bro.
shout out. They sing this on Saturday. So shout out.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah,
no
no
lie, it was
offense.
nice. Yo, bro, like it was just so nice. Like,
no,
just
bro.
mutual, bro. Like
Bro,
talking
chill.
it out, like.
Bro, like you know the vibes, dog.
But
You know
it's
the
deep,
vibes.
bro. Honestly, it's
But
deep.
yeah, free the North Koreans, bro.
Yeah, the
Free-
North Koreans,
Free
eh.
the North Koreans.
Damn, the
like,
North Koreans. How hard must it be? Yo,
Bro, like they have influencers, North Korean influencers. You know what they say?
What?
Kim is great.
Yeah,
Kim
speaking of
is
North
great.
Korean
Yes.
influencers, what you remember those boys? That was those they blew up.
BTS.
Yeah, where
they
are
went to
from?
the army, South Korea. They actually South Korean.
Oh, they from the
Yeah,
south.
they
Okay,
South
okay.
Korean.
Ah,
yeah,
they
I
safe.
think they.
Yo,
South
but why
Korean.
they sent
They,
them
no,
all?
they got drafted. Yeah, I think they got drafted to the army or something.
Nah, the
either
rules
way,
that side.
I knew
down
Tali used to like them. Either way, no, never mind. I feel like you gotta be gay to like BTS. That's my thing with it. Like
BTS, I was just taking your hand, bro.
Bro, like-
Every hand, literally. That.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
But their productions, bro. Oof,
yeah. That I wouldn't lie. Yeah,
bro.
their
But
production
no,
is nice.
guys, there's a movie called Havoc. Have you seen it?
Havoc.
HAVOC, right? Okay, so here's the story with the movie.
I wanna search it.
Is
Is it this year? Last year?
I don't even know when. I think it's this year.
This year.
But just search Havoc.
Okay.
I don't know how. Okay, my girl is the one who put me on it.
Is
I
it
recommended
thriller?
this other movie.
Action?
Yeah, I think it's action something. Yeah.
Okay.
So I tried to
not
watch
horror,
it.
please.
No, it's not
Okay.
horror. It's not horror. I tried to watch it. Then I had to stop it because I had to do something. I tried to watch it again, but I was on bed, so I fell asleep. yeah. But I want to really watch that movie. Like, I've kept it in my mind that I have to really watch it. The way it's shot, bro. Like, the camera they use is like following the car. Like, the way, man, as a person who like edits, that's a beautifully, like the production on that
The
movie,
production.
y'all should go see it.
So
y'all
what
should go
makes a
see it.
movie a movie? Is it the editing behind it, or is it just how everything comes? Like maybe the setting.
It's how everything comes together, but it's like strong points. So a movie is like a person, right?
The
And a
main
person
character.
has strong points, Sometimes the strong point of the movie would be the storyline, but sometimes the strong point of the movie is
It
how
would be
it's
the- yeah,
shot,
how it's
the
shot.
quality. You see, so there's those things. That's why the point is to get it balanced across everything and have the best of all. You feel, and have the best actors and have
nice.
the best what, the
And
best
have the
what. But
best,
now
yeah.
that's impossible.
But
That's
how?
That's impossible,
How?
bro.
How?
There's no such thing because
As best or
movies are
perfect.
art and art is subjective. So what might be perfect for you as the director,
It's not perfect for now.
you feel? So
No, it makes
it can never
sense.
be perfect. You
Yeah,
just
it
try to
makes
do the
sense.
best you can with, and I mean, yeah, it's also a thing of there's just like in music, bro. Some niggas be trashy, but they have the money to pay for the highest quality studio
that
and the
is true.
promotion, so their stuff moves. you
That
feel?
is so
Some
true.
movies are so trashy, but they have enough budget to shoot it high
and-
quality.
Yeah, and for it to rank up.
But there's some movies that you watch the movie, but you don't enjoy it. But the storyline, you're just like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. And those are fan favorites because really the quality is supposed to bring you in, but the
main
concept
story
of the movie is the storyline. You feel, and you to engage with the storyline.
Yeah.
That's why it's important for you to get an audience member invested into the storyline. So when you take them on the high, they there. When you take them on the low, they there. So that at the end of the movie, they can cry when the character dies. You feel? Because if they're not invested to begin with, they're not going to have this personal connection with the main character.
Yeah, with the character.
You feel? So you gotta,
It's kind of interesting how we have just that connection with the character.
Literally, bro. And the easiest way they do it is in like these family movies.
Yeah,
because the concept is so relatable.
Like
because sometimes with love, some people aren't in love. Some people, when they think of love, they have bad traumatic things, whatever.
Bad experiences.
But basically, with things we can relate to, family. Everyone can relate to family because we all have families.
True.
You feel?
That is so
and
true.
so when they play to that thing we have on families, it's gonna ick us in a way because like you're watching this person losing their cousin, and when you heard the character talk, you had already associated a person or yourself to the character or the cousin. That, hey man, the way this cousin reacts with his cousin is the same way my cousin is to me. So instantly when you see his cousin die there, a part of you kind of
Also
feels like
dies.
that attachment is like, it's my cousin, man. Why is he,
Dying.
and then you get emotional from that. You feel, so that's how movies. That's why even horror movies, for them to scare you, they have to get you in. You feel, you have to see. They have to show you images.
But honestly speaking, what I've understood the most in movies is the sound. Regardless it's horror,
the sound,
You see, especially when it comes to that scary part, you must hear the sound. It's like it becomes intense.
Sound is a part of film. Film is both picture and sound. Without sound, it's
the film is boring.
It's nothing, bro. Sound can change a lot, bro.
That is true.
Sound can
makes
change
it
a lot.
interesting.
You know how I know, bro? When you
that's so
a simple
true.
edit, right? When you edit a picture moving in to a frame, right? If you just have the picture while you're having whatever, let's say you have a song playing, do, picture pops up, do, it has no effect to the audience. But now, when you play, do, then you have the picture popping up with the audience is like, Whoa, hold on. It's like, you feel, then the makes it like, oh,
okay.
You feel, what is the, it suddenly becomes not just but you just like, where did the come from? You feel, so it kind of grabs your attention, it kind of brings you in. So sound is very much useful,
It is useful.
I'm just sad for those people who cannot hear, because they technically cannot enjoy. I wonder if there's deaf people who watch this pod and just read the subtitles. That would be crazy, bro.
But sound
or
is
they just read our lips.
Honestly speaking, okay. I would ask you a question.
Yeah.
Amongst the 5 senses, which sense would you sacrifice?
Wait, so it's what? Touch,
smell, feel. Oh, touch is feeling.
Okay, feel,
smelling, tasting,
taste,
eyesight, hearing.
Okay, eyesight, definitely not. Hearing, definitely
also
not.
Yeah. The touching or the smelling.
Definitely not.
The tasting.
I don't know. Those are the 2 I can lose because we realized with COVID, people can live without these things. So now I have to choose between taste and smelling. Which one would I be willing to sacrifice?
Smell also is very crucial.
Smell is crucial, but if I can breathe and I don't have to smell.
Okay, that's fine.
Like my grandmother is actually like that. She got hurt as a kid, so she can't smell.
Sorry.
But she can breathe. Sorry for what?
Nah, sorry, grandma.
Yes, sorry, grandma, because sometimes the pots be burning and she can't smell. I get the sorry. The sorry. But that's fire, literally. That's fire. The pots are burning. But yeah, bro, no, let's wrap up.
That's fine.
Let's wrap up, bro.
It was nice actually.
Nah,
it was
bro,
nice.
shout out.
It
Beautiful
was
episode,
nice. It
bro.
was beautiful.
Beautiful.
You know, even the sun setting is nice. Everything.
Bro, it's Socialising. It's everything, man.
It
It's
was
everything.
quiet.
Yeah, no,
nice. You know.
bro.
I mean, I
Yeah.
enjoyed, honestly speaking. Personally,
Yeah.
from my bottom of this interview, I enjoyed Shem.
Yeah, nah, bro.
but yeah, it was
shout
nice,
out,
guy.
Brody. Nah, dope episode. Thank you for tuning in.
For tuning in.
Yeah,
This was interesting talk, honestly.
very interesting,
It was
bro.
interesting.
Very
talk,
interesting,
bro.
and
the topics were interesting.
yeah, for sure. And I feel like they got to see a different side of you. They always know Promethazine, the rap star, you know, the rock star, the out there guy. But they actually got to see the Promethazine who sympathizes with the people of North Korea today. You feel? But yeah, it's
that is so. And also woke, you know, I mean, but we gotta balance, just like you say, you gotta balance the things, you know, gotta balance the rock stuff, but also balance the knowledge, because you gotta know. And if you don't know, how
now
you gonna move?
If you don't know, now you know. Bro, I feel like we're not gonna wrap up this episode.
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Click. Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna tap you up, but for the fact that I did this and I saw you do this, then I'm like, ish, audience will think I don't wanna tap this nigga up now. Okay, but either way, I can have a thought in a second that's so quick that makes me change my decision. Guys, this is the end of the episode. Click the video playing on the screen. Shout out to Promethazine for showing up on us today. Well, we showed up on him. Either way, shout out, bro.
Shut up, my
Shout out,
brother.
bro. Shout out.
I really